Reinforcing sounds by Kordsa.
You are listening to Reinforcing Sounds podcast by Kordsa, featuring wide-ranging conversation on future of everything, ranging from tire and construction reinforcement to composite technologies. It's Aisha from Corporate Communication Department to moderate this episode today. In this episode of Reinforcing Sounds, we're going to be talking about digital transformation and trying to determine the components that makes it threat or opportunity. To discuss all these, we are together with Fatih Hakar, who is Global IT Manager of Kordsa. Welcome, Fatih, to Reinforcing Sounds. Can you tell about yourself briefly for our audiences, please?
Hello, my name is Fatih. I've been working for Kordsa as Global IT Manager since 9 years, and I'm responsible for the information technologies globally, and I'm also leading the digital transformation journey of Kordsa.
Welcome again, Fatih. It's really nice to have you here. As I say at the beginning, the episode's topic is digital transformation and the things that makes a threat or opportunity. Let's start with the basics if you like. Here is my first question. What is the digitalization?
Actually, digitalization is an expression that defines the process of creating solutions for your business needs, but within the integration of digital technologies. And it is actually the development and the change of business units and culture. Actually, it has many aspects like the paperless working or transforming the way of working with digital tools. But since the technology is growing up with a huge speed, it also means to focus on finding the right solutions to problems to ease your lives. So, the digital transformation concept contains a lot of technical terms and services like cloud computing, connected and integrated systems, Internet of Things, robotics and automation, and it also contains using some advanced techniques like the data analytics, machine learning, or the artificial intelligence for creating business solutions. We can talk about subcomponents as well, like the cybersecurity, smart machinery, robotic process automation, so on. But don't worry, I will summarize them basically because it depends on how you describe it and how you plan it. So I can basically say that the main idea is always help and change our lives and jobs and make it easier with the new technological tools and systems.
You mean digital transformation is the impact caused by the process of digitalization. You are told about the tools also that enable the transformation, let's say. What are those tools? Could you please define those tools?
Exactly. First of all, as I explained, there are a lot of tools, but it depends on how you are using them. So there
Mhm.
are lots of uh, tools inside the digitalization aspect, but the most important thing is you should find the most beneficial ones for yourselves. Like we did it in our normal lives. We are not using all the applications on the app stores. We are just
Yes.
using the ones that are really useful for us. So, digital transformation for business is exactly the same.
I see. So there's a tremendous value with having the right combination of the technology and the products and the processes in the journey of the transformation for your sake, right? Uh, the
Exactly.
main topic is the find the right combination. So let's talk about our second question. How and why digital transformation is playing such a huge role in the growth of the organizations? What do you think about that?
Actually, while the companies are growing, digitalized business units and processes are bringing many benefits to the business results, such as increasing the revenue, decreasing the downtimes, better customer management or demand planning, and also positive effects to the productivity and quality of the products that you are manufacturing. So, digitalization brings speed to solve your problems or find a better way of doing your normal activities. And also it's bringing the flexibility to the companies. Actually, we are facing this within the COVID-19 pandemic period. First of all, it's so important to have a good roadmap of digitalization in your company. And I can say that If it is inside your company's strategic targets, it will be a really huge benefit to your company. If you are ready with your good infrastructures and your employees continue working efficiently from wherever they want, uh, we are aiming that type of flexible working model and change our business for the continuity. For better work results of your company, we are deploying our standardized footprint to all the facilities around the world to build more sustainable systems. If we are talking about the growth of the companies, the role of the IT department is also changing. IT is not a support department anymore, and we are working in a collaboration with all business units as a critical partner for better and faster solutions in their new world. So nowadays, all business units are focusing on digital transformation projects to ease their normal daily life and make their processes much lean and sustainable. So we are in a role of an enablers for the all business units within the company.
So you say that these help create an agile enterprise to act rapidly and react to changing data, competitive conditions, and strategies to succeed and guard against disruptions like COVID-19. Okay, my question is, do you think that Corsa has the capacity to enable the digital transformation?
Of course, actually, we are working since 2012 about the digital transformation. So we already have all these new technological systems in place ready for our end users and for our employees. So during the pandemic period, we can easily say that many of our field engineers work easily from their homes. So this is a good advantage, and this is explaining how flexible we are.
Okay, what about the human side of the story? What do you think? Humans have tamed the fire, invented the wheel, and created machines and technologies that enable us to fly around the globe and explore deep into space. But in this innate superiority is how we define our humanity. What happened to humanity against artificial intelligence? In digital transformation, I mean, what is the position of human being? What role will we have as a human beings play in the digital world?
The roles will totally change, Aisha. This is a fact. But technology will transform our daily lives every day. So it will change our way of working too. So the humankind will adapt like we did it before. Think about that. There is no internet connection or you don't have mobile phones
Nightmare.
nowadays. Yes. How did the humanity change with this digitalization? So the future will come with the new changes, but in a better way. So we will be more creative in the future and much more value oriented. I'm reading a book named Technology versus Humanity in these days, which
Mhm.
is the author is Gerd Leonard, which is a famous futurist, and he has a good observation. He says that the change of humanity in the next 20 years will be much bigger than the past 300 years. So this is reaching the data and reaching the resources and information will be more easy than ever. This brings much more effective solutions and problem solvers as humans. So we are expecting to solve many global problems or issues within the next 10 years with the help of technology again. In the business world, the engineers like us, especially which are in the IT business,
Uh-huh.
the best satisfaction was finding a digital solution and solving a business problem with an application. In the new digitalized world, this will spread to the end users as well. People will start developing their own applications, and with the help of the low code, no code systems, this will bring new skills and abilities to people. If we come to manufacturing side, efficiency and quality will be the easiest targets to achieve with the new tools and systems. Robotic automations will help human to produce better goods. The sensor systems will predict the quality while we are producing the goods. And the companies which are investing on these technologies will survive and continue their business in a better way. Of course, the people will change in this climate as well. Think about that. We have no idea about advanced data engineers or scientists 5 years ago. Today, in Kordsa, we have more than 20 employees which has these titles like data engineers, data
Mhm.
scientists, and translators. Think about, for example, robotic process automation. People will first think that this solution will replace them and take their jobs. But we have new titles again, which we didn't imagine 3 years ago. In Kordsa, right now, we have RPA analysts, RPA
Mhm.
developers, or system administrators. So people will continue adding values and creating advanced projects and finding better solutions to the problematic processes. So, as a summary, human will be needed for sure, but for better purposes. At least not for the standard jobs like tightening hundreds of screws all the day without doing anything else. These kind of non-value added jobs are not for human. Humans should not doing these. We will leave these to machines, robots, cobots, virtual robots, and work for better purposes.
So you are saying that, which is very important, is robots will help humans, not like the conspiracy theory says, and people do jobs more value-added things, right?
Exactly.
Okay, let's talk about a little bit on the issue of sustainability. All United Nations member states in 2015, provides a shared blueprint for peace and prosperity for people and the planet now and into the future with 17 sustainable development goals. We know that Corsa is one of the supporters too that take five sustainable development goals into its future strategy. So, what do you think about that? How digital solutions will drive progress towards the sustainable development goals?
As Kordsa, we are following the targets of United Nations. And when we talk about the sustainability, we are focusing again on digital transformation. This is one of the big drivers of sustainability for our company. I can explain that having a standard global systems at all around the Kordsa sites in the world with an agile integration is a very important key factor. Right now, we are able to trace all of our production areas all around the world with our mobile phones. So we can reach easily to any of our employees with our communication systems easily. We can collaborate and share the solutions and best practices, and this brings us an efficient business result for the sustainability. Another big driver is the innovation. Since we are connecting every process to digital systems, innovation is a really a big key factor. Digitalization is much more important than ever in the world. At Kordsa, we have a separate global IT department, which consists of special experts, and they work like an R&D center to find the most beneficial digital products and services for our company. And day by day, we are researching the new technologies all around the world
Mhm.
and evaluating them for our company's better work results with a better digital workspace.
You have mentioned during the conversation, but as the global IT manager of Kordsa, what will you say about the digital transformation journey, like you say, in Kordsa? In what is the strategy of it?
Okay, we have started our journey at 2012, as I explained, but build up many new systems globally until 2018. And at 2018, we have decided to make an assessment to ourselves. We work with global consultants to prepare a good digital transformation roadmap, and we made benchmark visits to the biggest manufacturers all around the world and attend the digital trainings in Germany, where the Industry 4.0 approach born. So after tons of studies, I can say, and the hard group work with our digital transformation committee, right now we have a 5 year roadmap, and the digital transformation is on our strategy. And we are also renewing it every year with the coming new technologies. Basically, I can say that we put the vision first to digitalize our company in a beneficial way to
Mhm.
reach our target, which is increasing the competitiveness by improving the quality and reducing the costs. We are following this roadmap right now. So we have defined three main focus areas. The first one is the digital tools and softwares as the base level of our design template. It consists of the integrated big data platforms with the new production, planning, and maintenance systems, and also cloud platforms for better supply chain and sales and customer management. And the second focus area is the advanced data analytics to use the force of the data in a way that we never be used before. Um, and the third main focus area is the robotics and smart machinery, because we know that the sensors and the data collectors will help us for the better and effective business results. But of course, technology is evolving rapidly. So, in parallel to our roadmap and these three focus areas, we are also adding new items every year, like the
Mhm.
RPA, augmented reality, IoT devices, digital twins. So, we are sure that this is a never ending story. This is why we call it like a journey. Digital transformation is not a project which starts and ends. We call it as a journey, and our journey continue to evolve our company for a digitalized company.
I understand that it's important to do some short-term plans which are changeable and adaptable with an ultimate vision for future and a holistic view that covers all the processes of the co-organization, right?
You are right, Aisha.
Okay, we defined the digitalization, digital transformation, human effect on it, and sustainability. Let's turn back to our topic issue, let's say. Which components do you think that in the digital transformation you define as threats and opportunities?
Okay, the biggest threat is ready to transform. A good example is the COVID pandemic again. The companies which don't have the basic communication infrastructures failed and faced more crises inside the companies. Ready to work from home or outside of the company in a secure way was the basic need when the pandemic started. So during the pandemic, thanks to our online production and planning systems, our engineers and specialists work from home and manage their areas online during this period.
Which is really important.
Yes, readiness for flexibility will be a threat for many companies in the future as well. The world will change, but we know that we have to be flexible and ready as the IT infrastructures for every scenario. Another threat is also the cybersecurity. The importance is growing day by day because we all want to reach every company resource from outside, and we are also adding hundreds of sensors every day to our production facilities. So, cybersecurity will be another big threat if you are not considering and taking it into your roadmaps and plans. So, don't be so pessimistic. If we come to opportunities,
There should be some
uh,
opportunities, I think.
yes, exactly. Investing to the correct digital platforms or discovering and training your talents will bring a huge benefit. This is correct. If you have good systems on your hand and if you have talented organizations and manage correctly the digital transformation, this will be the greatest advantage for the companies comparing to the competitors. So, keeping an eye on the new technologies and transforming them for the value creation on your business will have big impacts on business results in the future. If we think that preparing our employees to this new era and training them, and by that approach, we will give them the right technological tools to solve their problems easily in the future. So, as a conclusion, we will let our employees to change their business, make our company successful in the changing new world.
Thank you, Fatih, for those valuable ideas. I would like to ask you one final question because I'm really curious about this. What's your favorite mobile phone application?
My favorite application is Spotify in these days because I can find lots of things. Yeah, lots of things and lots of good sessions. I can listen while I'm driving as well. So my favorite is the Spotify.
Okay, Really nice to hear that Spotify is your favorite. Thank you, Fatih, for your valuable ideas and participation. It's really nice to have you here today.
Thanks again, and I'm so also glad to be the guest of this episode and talk about our digital transformation journey. Thanks once again, Aisha.
See you at next episode of Reinforcing Sounds.
Reinforcing Sounds by Kordsa.